Hello, this is America's Man's Man. I am Peter Vidala. You can follow me on the americasmansman.wordpress.com blog, assuming that I've heard bad things about WordPress, but it can't be nearly as bad as the FANG companies. It's F. What does the F stand for? FANG. F. Why am I blanking out on this? Amazon, Apple, Google, Netflix, Amazon. F. What does the F stand for? Why can't I don't know. I'm blanking out on the F for some reason. Anyway, so I have something really, really big to tell you. It could be a cure for the biggest problem of all time. It could be a cure for the greatest disease afflicting mankind in America. Could be. You're never going to know about it, though. You know why? Because Google is censoring me. That's right, they've censored me into submission. I posted an article on the WordPress blog. Maybe I shouldn't even tell you where it is. It's the americasmansman.wordpress.com blog. And, I'll tell you, Jordan Peterson makes a great point. You want the crazy people to be able to have their voices heard on these platforms. Because what if I were one of those people that solve problems through violence because they're stupid? Well, you'd want someone like that to be able to air their grievances, electronically or something like that. But and that's not what I'm doing here. The reason I'm posting this video is because I want to draw attention to a problem. And first of all, the problem is Silicon Valley. The problem is Hollywood. The problem is the fake news media. And of course, I've written at length about why that is. So that's not why I'm here today. The reason I'm here is because I have something to tell you. And Google has censored me into submission. In other words, I can't tell you what I want to tell you, as great, as groundbreaking as it may be. I mean, hell, for all you know, it could be a cure for cancer. It's not a cure for cancer. But the point is that I'm being strangled right now. Now, if I were an angry, violent person, I wouldn't post it's very dangerous because to kind of travel along this line of thinking, so I'm not even going to do it, but the point is there's something very good that I have to share that I can't share because just like James Damore was fired from Google because he dared to ask those questions that we have to ask if we're to be honest with ourselves and each other. And so what Google is doing right now, because I posted a picture of their warning to me for posting another video, which of course was it was frustrating as it always does. But at this point we know. We know Silicon Valley's game. We know they're, like Netflix came out the other day and said, we're here and we're queer. Get used to it or whatever. And this is it's all wrong. It's all terribly wrong. It's all terribly wrong. And I got an email from a pastor the other day, George Zeller, and he rightfully noted in his email, it's a wonder with all the sickness that exists today, with all the turning away from God and those fundamental American principles. It's a wonder that there aren't more mass shootings today, because this is Pastor George Zeller. These aren't my words, but this is a sick country right now, and it needs to be healed. And I believe that I'm a man who can help heal it, but except for the fact that right now Google is censoring my ideas, so I can't speak freely, and all those that fundamental marketplace of ideas that when appropriating freedom of speech, as the press does so effectively with media with what amounts to good showmanship over authentic public discourse, which you only really get in person. You can't get it on YouTube. And so maybe I guess my point here is more than anything else that online videos are not useful for public discourse. They are to be used for, and there's no such thing as entertain. There's no such thing as harmless entertainment. Even the pure flixes, the stupid Dora the Explorer movie is what they should have called it. At least to be a little poetic about it. There's a danger in idle words. There's a danger in words that are spoken in haste, without consideration of the audience. And this culture, unfortunately, again, I can't. I'm choosing my words extremely carefully here because Google has told me in no uncertain terms that if I say something that they disagree with, they're going to censor me. And Google is dead wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Google is choking the life out of this country. Its interests are really in profiteering off the misery of the prolonged misery of the American people. And Google and the fake news share this in common. The fake news just didn't do as good a job of it, but Google is essentially the fake news on steroids. Again, you look at the Google search results, and their methodology is the same. What's Google? Google is your news page. Google is like you're taught in journalism. You write the most important things at the top, and then you get progressively less important as the article goes on. And that's the story of the Google search results page. And I've drawn this parallel a million times in my writings, which Google censors because they're Google. Actually, my my pages don't even show up on Google. They don't even bury it. They don't even bury my writings anymore. They just outright get rid of them. It's the algorithms. They blame the algorithm for burying the brilliant. Well, because my writings, of course, are against Google's. My writings are about very significant, profound things that upset Google's profit interests. If people are smart, if people are contented, well, they're less likely to turn to Google for answers. But this is the pathology that Mark Zuckerberg, in all his charm and all his charming human nature, has sought to perpetuate in the form of this social media virus, which of course is really an antisocial virus. Anyway, Google is censoring me right now, and so the things I really want to tell you, as wonderful, as good-willed, as charitable to the American people as they may be, something in the realm of a cure for cancer, not a cure for cancer, but something that significant, I can't share with you. Why? Because Google is censoring me. That ought to make you almost as mad as it's making me right now. And of course, we people of good Christian nature, it's a good thing. It's a good thing I'm in touch with the Christian roots of this country. Otherwise, God knows what I would do. But thankfully, I'm a Christian, and I'm always committed to resolving things in a non-coercive manner. So we're charitable, and we have to assume the best of the haplessly idiotic people that run Google, and I'll see what happens.